my name's Amy, as most of you already know, and today's video is going to be an update slash tips about long distance relationships. So we're gonna hop straight into this video. Alright, so to start off this update, I want to kind of tell you guys what's been going on. March 22nd, I had gotten my wisdom teeth out. I was going to do a video about it, but honestly, I was sick and it was terrible. Let me just tell you, I was under or asleep for about an hour. It took them about an hour to take all 4 of my wisdom teeth out. Afterwards, they give you a pain pill, they give you an antibiotic and a steroid that you have to take. Well, so after you're done with your wisdom teeth surgery, they tell your parents or whoever picks you up or whoever's taking you to get you something to eat. So like a milkshake or something soft and chewy. I have something on my book. Something like soft so you can eat it. Of course, nothing like hard chips, none of that kind of stuff. But so my parents, we went to Burger King, they got me a milkshake. I only remember that because that's what they told me. So they got me a milkshake and we went back to my house. My dad helped me in and I was laying on the couch. They handed me the milkshake and I drank about half of it, and then I took my antibiotic for the first time, and all bad things happened. I threw up, I kept throwing up, I couldn't keep anything down. It was the worst. My mom had to help me change because I had throw up everywhere. And for the first 2 days, I just kept throwing everything up. Like, it was the worst. And so, of course, I took my pain pill like I could. Like, I only took it every so often so I could take it. And I swelled up so bad. So I'm going to insert a picture of what I looked like when I was swelled up here. And there, I also have a picture of me in the car on the way home from the oral surgeon place, and I do not remember taking the picture, so I'm going to insert that as well. So with that, I had stitches in top and bottom because none of them were actually showing. So I have stitches on both sides. This one had more stitches than any of the rest of them because I think he had to cut me further on that side. But all the stitches on the bottom are gone, and I have some still left on the top. I do have an appointment on Friday, April the 5th for them just to do a recheck. If any stitches are still there, they'll take them out and anything like that. This video is going up on April the 2nd, so it is Tuesday when it's going up. Today is Monday that I'm refilming it. I filmed it last night on Sunday, but I watched the video footage and I went to edit it, and it was so dark that I could not. It was so bad. I want to get a light so when I'm filming you can actually see, and I don't have to use like my window light or anything like that. So with further ado, we are going to jump straight into the tips or talking about long distance. So first things first, I am in a long distance relationship with my boyfriend. Sorry about my phone. I am in a long distance relationship with my boyfriend. He currently lives in California. We have been together for almost 4 years now. It will be 4 years on April the 5th. We actually got together on Easter in 2015. Which was April 5th, which is really funny. But to kind of get into it, if you all haven't been here before, I'll kind of explain. My boyfriend, of course, lives in California, like I said, but he actually is my mom's best friend's son. So I've known him since we were little. I have pictures of when we were little. I have pictures recently. I've known him for a while. When I was about 3, we moved from California to here, and that's when, of course, we didn't talk. We didn't have communication back and forth because I was 3. What 3-year-old has a way to communicate another 3 or 4? He would have been 5, I think. But what 3-year-old has a way to communicate with a 5-year-old? Yeah, no, that's not happening. But we have, like I said, we've been together for 4 years on the 5th of April. And so I just want to kind of do like a tips. I know there's a lot of videos out there that say stuff about long distance, and honestly, they don't understand long distance unless they've been in it. And if you hear noise, it's my rabbit over there who's stuck in her cage because she won't quit peeing on my bed. Anyways, so I wrote down some tips on my phone, so don't mind me if I'm on my phone. So the first tip that I have is to make time for each other. That is one of the most hard things that I have found for long distance, is making time for each other. So texting, FaceTiming, calling each other, anything that you can do to make that person feel as special as you can while they're in a different state. So like when he FaceTimes me or he texts me while I'm at work, it honestly feels good, because I know that he's thinking of me, and although we may be busy with our lives and doing things that we have to do our adult life livinghood, we are still communicating, still making time for each other. Like every night, if he's on his break, his 30-minute half, he'll call me before I go to bed so we can talk and tell each other goodnight or whatever. And honestly, what helps me so much. Just making time to sit down and talk to each other, sit down and text, anything, little thing that will help, honestly makes long distance so much easier than what it already is. Like, it's super hard as it is right now. So my next thing is, don't listen to what others have to say to you. Honestly, a lot of people, when me and my boyfriend first got together, we were both still in high school. He was a junior and I was a sophomore. Yeah, I was a junior, or he was a junior and I was a sophomore in high school when we first got together. It was the end of his junior year, the end of my sophomore year. I think that's what it was. No, my freshman year, his sophomore year. That's what it was. Maybe. Something along those lines. But we had people that were in our grades that were telling, oh, you can't make it, you can't do this, you're silly, why are you being together, why are you doing this, why are you doing that? In all honesty, the biggest help was just talking to him and telling him how my day was going, telling him what people were saying, and you know, we both were sitting there talking about it. And it's really hard, especially if you have people around you that don't want you to be together, they don't want you to be happy, or not even that they don't want you to be happy, they just don't want to see you hurting with your loved one being in a different state. It's really hard being long distance. It's not easy at all whatsoever. Sometimes it's painful. Sometimes it's really painful. But honestly, I think in the end it's worth it. So, my next one is, it's hard, but you can get through it. Long distance is super, super hard. There are some nights that you're going to be lonely. There are some days that you are going to look at another couple and be, man, I wish he didn't live there. Or, I wish she didn't live there. I wish they were here. I don't know how we're doing this. I can't do it much longer. Da 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 da. And you're going to think all kinds of things, and it's going to be really hard on you. But don't listen. Don't take time for yourself. There's some days that I text him and I'm like, hey, just so you know, I'm doing this, don't mind me if I don't answer you. And taking time for yourself and to focus on yourself is also a very important part, just because, yeah, you may be alone, but in all honesty, you're not, and it's going to be worth it. I promise. Long distance, if you're in for it, it's worth it. So the next thing is, if you want to be together, you will make it work. You will make it work. So, like I was saying, people are going to tell you things. People are going to say crap. They're going to say things they shouldn't. They're going to be, you can't be together. You can't work. You can't do this. You can't do this without them. Da 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 da. They're going to say all this stuff. But if you truly want to be with that person, you're going to be with that person. Like, there's nobody that's going to say, oh, you can't be together, you're too weak, or anything like that that's going to hurt you and make you say, yeah, I don't want to be with them anymore. The distance is hard. I get that. I get it so much. But it's worth it. It's so worth it. And following up on that, the next one I have is, never say you're going to break up. If that is the first thing on your mind when you get into a fight, or if you get in an argument or any type of thing, you're going to break up. Don't ever have we're going to break up on your mind, ever. Even if you're in a regular relationship, if you're in a long distance relationship, don't ever say, yeah, we're just gonna break up. There should never be a first option. Never should be a first option. It should always be the last thing on your mind, the last thing that you want. You want to work through it, fight, or even sometimes fighting it out is a good thing. Me and Austin have bad days and we have our good days, and sometimes we do fight. And that's just a part of a relationship. Whether you're long distance or you're not, it's just a part of it. And if you really want to be together, you will make it work. And I already said this, but you're going to have lonely nights and hard days, and it's going to be hard overall. But honestly, in the end, if you two are truly wanting to be together and you don't think that you're going to break up just because you have a fight, and that you make time for each other and that you listen to what each other has to say, you're going to make it work and you're going to be together. You're going to have lonely nights for the first while since you're long distance, but after the distance is closed, you will be just fine. It is so hard being long distance, but you will be fine. Me and my boyfriend, like I said, we've been long distance for almost 4 years now. Like I said, we have our ups and downs. We have fights. We've had our problems. Every couple has problems. Whether they're big problems or small problems, they're still there. They're present. They've happened. Me and Austin fight. We argue. We bicker. But we're still together because we're strong and we're wanting to make it work. We want to be together. It's not, oh, we're going to break up. No, it's, we're going to be together. We're going to make this work. And side note, yes, he is still working on trying to move here. We are working about with his car, and we are working with a few little things that we have to accomplish before he can move here. There's some things that I have to do and things that he has to do before he can move. But yes, that is still a work in progress. I hope that you all stay along with our journey as we hopefully close the distance at some point. We're trying to do it this year, but we'll see how it goes. 4 years is a long time for long distance, but if we can do it 4 years, I'm sure we can do it for another if we need to. But I hope you all stay along with our journey. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys think about this video. If you want to see more long distance relationship type video talks, don't forget to comment and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a new video. I'll see you guys in my next one. I love you guys so much. Bye.